For me as a veteran, it's an opportunity to give those veterans that came before me an opportunity to say goodbye, to take a moment to reminisce about what they experienced, to put it in their memory bank, to put that, it's almost a whole chapter in their life, getting to reopen it and see it, and then come home and experience a welcome home that most of them didn't get, and they deserve it. Having our community show up and let them have that experience means a lot to me.
Our mother passed away in 2009, and we asked people to make donations to the honor flight. Her and I had read about it in the Parade magazine.
She loved everything red, white, and blue. The American flag was always hanging out in front of our house. My mom always instilled in us growing up to thank a veteran when you see them, thank them for their service.
And the honor flight had just begun, the national organization. And so it always kind of bothered me. I never knew where the money went. And so I researched it, and I said, well, I'm gonna take a couple flights out of Springfield and see what this is like. And I loved it, but the veterans I was taking were from Peoria, which didn't make any sense to me. I knew that we had a community of leaders, of givers, and it was important. About the fourth trip I took, I recognized we have to do this in our own community. And so, when we initially started this, it was a commitment by all of us that if we only take one flight, we're only going to take one flight. We hope it keeps going and people believe in the mission.
We just started fundraising throughout the spring.
This was kids donating dimes and nickels and pennies to get that first flight off the ground.
And like Margaret, my sister, said, it was a grassroots effort by the community, that first one.
The first flight was, it was a hero's welcome. We had no idea what to expect. There were thousands of people there, and that told us the community wants us. People do care, that we, in this community of the greater Peoria area, they do care about veterans. This is the most significant veteran population in the state of Illinois, is right here in this location. You never forget being a veteran when you are a veteran. And so they are around each other that day, and they can talk about stuff with the other veterans that they're not able to talk about to their family.
Yes, you see it, you see the news clips and you see, oh, look, they're visiting the memorials, they're having a wonderful day, it's nice weather out there. But it's so much more than that. You see the veterans with their grandson or granddaughter or son or daughter, their guardian that goes along with them. And you see them talking at lunch, and you can tell the veteran is telling them a story about maybe when they served, or they're laughing, they're smiling.
And this organization has dramatically evolved over the past 10 years. And eventually, over time, it's evolved into being able to change someone's entire outlook on their life.
It's definitely worth all the hard work, all the hours that go into it. It's crucial that we spend this time to thank them. And it's a small amount to do for the sacrifices they made so many years ago for our freedom. That's why this is so important for these veterans, to get them there before they are unable to go or, not healthy enough. And so it's vital that we raise money to get as many as we can to DC as quickly as we can, and make a special day that they will, that they'll never forget.
My name is Nora Eileen Lehman. I hope to live a few more weeks to be 100. I was an Army nurse in the Philippines, 5 different Army hospitals. A couple of ladies told me about the honor flight, how they figured out, to fly people there to each year whenever to see what there is. That's so special. That was my husband, because he's a special man, he was. He died quite a few years ago, and we got a beautiful daughter, Sandy, They were, you know, after she was born, he was so proud of her. That was his little buddy. No, he was a special person. We each had a guardian or somebody to take care of us. And a wonderful lady from Diane White from Hopedale. Here she is, that made the book for me. And no, I treasure this book ever so much. She wrote, for Nora's family, this is what I learned on my trip to Washington, D.C. at the Greater Peoria Honor Flight on June 4th, 2013, when Nora was 89 years old. You do a lot in one day. The World War II memorials, or Lincoln Memorial. I look at this quite often. The Korean War Memorial, and it says here, freedom is not free.
I've heard like that homecoming thing's pretty special.
Yes. Because to see so many people there to greet us. Here, you know, here I got pictures of them. And I don't know, he said, welcome home. So we were welcomed home. You know, that was special.
Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you would like to tell me?
Well, and I don't tell everything I know.
My life changed forever because I met a World War II veteran named Gene Neely from Tremont.
If you've been around Honor Flight long enough, you know Gene Neely. I met Gene Neely, and he was sitting up at the front waiting, hearing that he was a World War II vet and hearing that he's been to all the welcome homes and everything he's done.
Over the years, because of him, well into the hundreds of thousands of dollars was raised because of Gene Neely. He's my inspiration still to this day. He passed away last year. He is why I do what I do, along with all the other veterans. We like to say we get paid in the hugs and smiles of veterans because we have no paid employees. So it's all about fundraising. If we don't have the community backing us for all these flights, we won't get the well over 1,000 we have on our list to DC to change their life and bring closure to a lot of wounds, emotional, physical, mental, that they may have.